Hey everybody, it's Candy7266 here, and I'm here with the Kid Robot Funny plushes. That's how they're, or PHUNNY plushes. That's how they're listed up on their website. I'm not in my usual place. I actually have to do this on my couch, but it's okay. So I have the Sonic the Hedgehog and the Tails. So these were supposed to be coming out in November. I'm not sure, maybe early November or late. They wasn't really specified, but all I saw when I pre-ordered these guys was that they were issued for November 2019, and it's very interesting how they are already out. I saw these guys on eBay for around 12 bucks with free shipping, so it was like a total of like $24, $24. The point is, they weren't expensive, and some people actually thought, and it was a legitimate listing. Some people thought that the listing was actually fake because these were supposed to be coming out in November. I took the chance. My intuition, or I guess my experience with like eBay, you can usually tell when it's a fake listing. One thing I would say to look for is to see if the description matches the photo. Always, and I know we can get so caught up in like what the photo looks like, but always look at the description and the ratings to see how false the sellers usually have this giant, like, exponential growth of like feedback. And then what I mean by that, it's not over like the course of years, but like within like 2 months. And it could be from an item that a small little item that they were selling that was like, $1, that they were just trying to get positive feedback. So they would look like a sorry, there was something on the side that. So that they would look like a real list, like an eBay seller. So this seller was on eBay for a long time. So I was like, okay, this man's been here since 2013. This is not fake. This is, unless he hacked the account. But everything else lined up in accordance. Like, I will also say, look at what else the seller is selling, because it's usually sellers, not saying that they will sell the same item, but there's usually a certain category that each seller sells. Like, this seller had a whole bunch of these. He had a whole bunch. He was like a marketer for the Kid Robot plushes. He had all of the plushes right there, and on his listing. So I'm like, okay, he's probably just a vendor for them. So I went in and I bought them, as you can see, and they have actually arrived. They arrived Monday, but I didn't have time to actually, sit down and review, clearly, because I'm doing it now. But I am very excited for these men. They're not as big as I would like. They are about the same. I was supposed to look. They are taller than the Jack-specific plushes. So if you have a Jack-specific like Sonic, I would say it's like probably a Sonic and a half of theirs. So I think theirs is like 5 inches. I would say this is like 8 inches, 7 inches. So yeah, I need to start bringing a ruler. So I'm gonna put this camera down. Excuse the rambling, but I want you guys to know. Alrighty, so I actually brought my Jack-specific tails with me, so I can actually give you guys a plush comparison. So they're like an inch. I want to show you guys. They're probably like an inch or two. I want to say an inch bigger than the Jack-specifics, but nonetheless, I think these are a better size. I prefer plushes that are bigger, so I would say this is 6 inches, 6 to 7 inches, and I think these are 5. or 6, 5 or 6 or 6 or 7. So let's go ahead and look at this. So this is the tag. Very nice, very big. Even though it's on its ear, you know, it's in a very big size, it doesn't, the placement of it is very, in my opinion, very, it doesn't distract away from the actual plush. Like the GE ones. The GE ones have a huge paper tag, and then they just attach them. Sorry, not a huge touch tag, and then this huge paper, and then it's like a medium-sized paper tag. And even though the paper tag is smaller, it's still a very oddly placed tag because it looks like the tag is coming out from the butt, honestly, because the way the paper tag is placed. So, yep, got this in the back. This is a very nice paper. I know it's really weird, but it isn't cheap. Like it's thicker. It's feels more like plastic. It's durable. It's durable. You're not gonna have it like rip off like you would the other like GEs or even Jack Pacific. Like I'm gonna show you guys. Like you can just tell. Like this one's a little bit. This is laminated. Because you can see it's shiny, so it's gonna have a little bit more durability, but it's gonna fold easily. It's gonna fold and it's gonna crease more easier than this one. So let's go ahead. Okay. So the one thing I would say, and I would say what probably a lot of people will notice, is some people don't really like the eyes. I am also in that boat. I don't like how they kind of embroidered the eyes onto the iris, like the outer iris of him. But I really do like how they did the nose. Isn't that weird? They embroidered the nose. I think it's really cute, and it still gives even though it's 2D, I can still see it being 3D. Like, my eyes still see it as like popping out. But it's really nice stitch work, and this is extremely soft, you guys. This is softer than the Jack Pacific ones. This kind of reminds me of the Japanese SK Sonic plush. And I say SK, that's just the name of the Sonic plush. I have made a video on that. It's one of my first videos. He looks like he's made from that material, but a little bit softer. He feels so nice, you guys. Very nice material. They weren't cheap with the material they used. He's smiling. I really hope they make the other characters. Look at his fat arms. Got a circle on his belly. Well, not really the perfect circle, but same thing got going on. It's all fleshy, all of it. And they did his cuffs. They did a cuff. They did separately, which it's cute. And the feet are all plushy, which is interesting. It's very companies usually use different material to make the feet. But yeah, and this is not embroidered on. It looks like it was. I guess they made a whole swatch with his shoes. That's interesting. That's very interesting. This is like the first time I think I saw this, because most people either make a 3D buckle. They didn't make a tail, they just embroidered the tails. I don't really like that. It kind of makes him look like he's like a dolphin a bit. Or like some kind of fish. I feel like. Hashtag. Super cute. And they gave them a square, like a little circle, like cylindrical, like shape to them, because I'm pretty sure you can stand them up. Oh my goodness, that is such a great. That is great. Yep. That's adorable. It's a very, very thought out design. His ears. Yep. And they do this. I don't like this. They might as well just do the hamstring. I'm not gonna, in my opinion, but you know, whatever. We're gonna prop him up. Look at him. He's adorable. He's a cutie. And let's do tails. Ah, I love it. Look at his mouth, y'all. He's like, yeah. Let's go. Like, guys, Dr. Eggman's trying to take over the world again. Like, thanks, Tails. Thanks for the heads up, Tails. So, I really like his ears. They did an extra, like, color for, like, the deeper portion of his ears, and it came out really well. Tails is also really soft. His head fins, or his head fur, I guess is what you would call this. Come on, focus. It's like, you know, two things just glued together. This one seems tighter than, and thinner. I would say it's tighter and thinner than the ones with the Jack Pacific ones. So, not sure how long that's gonna last before it separates though. Same thing got going on with the eyes. His eyes are like a true blue, very blue, and it's very pretty. Nose, they did a different technique for his nose, but it's still all stitched on. His mouth is adorable, you guys. It reminds me of the Sonic Adventure Tails plush, because his mouth is open in that plush. And then look, they did for his chest fur. I love it when they do this, when they embroider the outside, but then keep the fur inside. Super soft, super soft. Very nice. Same thing got going on for tails. There is something on my tails that's a bit dirty. I don't know what that is, but that's just how he came. And then for his whiskers or muzzle, just like, well, same thing. It's like a thicker fabric than the his head pins. All made out of a plush material. Very nice, very nice. In the back, nothing too much going on in the back. I'm really glad they actually did his tails. Really glad. See, one, because there's not so much anything going in the back of him, unlike Sonic, who has, you know, his spikes. But you know, his tails is being a key component of him, and it would be like a shame if they just, you know, embroidered it, you know, it onto the back of him. You know, like what they did with Sonic's tails. But they did actually want the extra mile with tails, which is adorable, and came out pretty cute. So yeah, same thing going on for his paper, his hashtag. Paper tag is the same. There's nothing that would indicate that this is a tails plush. But he's adorable, you guys. I will pick these guys up. I saw another listing these guys for, I think, $19 each. So I guess they'll kind of go up with the price. But I wouldn't buy that. I would just go on the website. Go on the actual Kid Robot website. They should be listed for their MRSP price. They should, and I've already checked their website to see if they're up, and they are indeed up. So don't feel too compelled to, you know, get your money robbed from you, essentially. Always shop around, you guys. And with that said, have a good one, okay?